Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Escape Art by Scott, and I do appreciate you guys looking at my video. And let's get right to it. Before that, I still need folks out there to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button for me, and help me out with these my videos here, and share to everyone that you can, and I would appreciate it much. Okay, let's get right to it. I'm going to try and squeeze in this video without recharging the camera. Hopefully I can do that, so I'm going to get right to it, okay? This here is a 18 by 24 size canvas. And right now I am going to put some white paint all over the canvas here. And I'm going to use this big old brush I got. It's a big old 3-inch brush. I got off of Amazon. It's called Bates, B-A-T-E-S brushes. It seems to work fairly well. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the camera off. And I'm just going to paint this. All this is painting this and going all the way up and down the canvas with the white paint, okay? So I'll be right back. Hold tight. Alright, cover the canvas all the way right about down here with the white. Okay, and I got me some phthalo blue. And just come right up here. And anywhere you want to, and just drop this phthalo blue right in here. It only takes me just a second to put on the sky. See, that phthalo blue mixes in with that white, and you get a nice little blend. If you didn't have that white on there, it wouldn't blend like this at all. And it would not go on smooth. You'd be fighting with this all day, trying to get this blue to blend in into this dry canvas. Right down here, drop this in. And again, like I always said, there's many ways of putting in these skies. This is just a very quick way on how to do it. And it's not, I don't know, maybe the great artists out there would not recommend this. Well, they'll paint the way they paint. I'll paint the way I paint. And just leave some darker areas, lighter areas. And come all the way down or about there, so. Something like that. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Now, as this blue is drying here, I'm going to come right up here and I'm going to drop me in a little waterfall. And just pick a spot. And I think right here. And notice the size of the brush I'm using. It's a fairly smaller brush because I want this waterfall to be way in the back, okay? So, a bigger brush, you're going to have a bigger waterfall, So, anything smaller you want, just use a smaller brush. And something like this here. And just come straight down. Almost more or less just a mist back there. A little lighter. And now when you're doing your waterfalls, it's okay to, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll step back and take a look and see. And that's the point. When you're painting, you stop for a moment, step back from your paint and look, see if it's, you can really get a good view on that if you just step back. Up here close, you can't really tell, just so just step back. But the point I was going to make on your waterfalls is that when you're doing your waterfalls, it's okay to make them a little bigger because I'm going to have some trees and stuff around there. So if it's a little bit bigger than I want, I can make it smaller. by putting some rocks or foliage or whatever. But if you make your waterfall a little bit too small, then once you start putting your foliage around, your leaves and trees and bushes and things, it's going to shrink it up even more. So waterfall, have a little bigger. You can always make it smaller, but you know, it's rough to try to make your waterfall bigger after you make it too smaller. Yeah. All right. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. I just mixed me up some sap green and some yellow and a touch of white, and I'm just going to come right up here, right here where it's at. Just put in a little green. Maybe come right down. And do the other side. And just scrub it in, you can. Be too far away for right now, because I want to put some trees coming right here in front, and but I needed some green right there. So I'll be right back. All right, that's looking pretty good. What I did, I mixed me up some blue, some black, and threw some white in there just to lighten it up a little bit, because this is still too far away. How I'm doing, I'm holding the brush flat against the canvas. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right here, flat against the canvas, and I'm doing these motions to make the trees. And to me, this is the way I do it. One day I was just messing around a different way of doing these type of trees, and I don't know. Oh, I'm sure that's been out there for quite some time. I know I didn't develop it, but it seems to work a little bit better for me anyway. Something like that. All right. Before I get going here, this sky up here is dried enough, so I'm gonna come back in here and I'm gonna put me in some clouds here, little cloud formations, and let's start right here. And you're just coming right along, making these little clouds. And it's good that let this dry. It's still a little tacky, but it's okay. Make sure that little it's dry, because if not, when you putting on this white, this blue will come off on your brush, and you have to keep cleaning it, because you go back into your white paint, it'll start turning blue. So you don't want that. Maybe some little straggly things down here somewhere. Right up in here. And notice how I'm doing this, guys. Keeping that brush going. You don't want to come right here, take a look, see now, you don't want to come right here, and I'll do a mistake, and what I see a lot of people doing, they get their brush and they're moving it around, but look where the brush is going. It's staying right there in one little circle, and all you get is a little powder puff in the sky. Now if you get that, just come back in here. See? I'm going to have a big old sky here full of clouds. There, you get that. And you come back here with a dry brush before everything gets dried on you. This paint will dry. And you just come back here and just lighten it up just slightly. Right here at the very bottom of the cloud. Don't overdo this because you can absolutely blend your cloud right away. And the object again of your clouds is to make them really soft. Don't leave no rough edges. And very quickly you got a nice little sky. Now coming back down here at the waterfall, you get all this water coming down, you're going to have some misty areas through here. And even over here, over your trees. So let's do that. Let's come right in here. Knock off the excess. And let's put some nice little misty area back in here. And just rub it in. Alright guys, let's speed this along a little bit here, and I just want to come back and tell you what I've done. I basically used the same thing, the little strokes, made all these little trees right here, and each layer you should get darker and darker with your paint. And this very last layer right here I got was a mixture of black and sand green, and that's it. Just went with my brush and went like that. Again, I got to speed this one up. So, it is what it is, okay? Now I'm about to put in some green right through here, some grass. And, again, I'm using some sap green and some yellow for this one here. So, come right up in here. Let's say this thing starts right here, and then it comes down. Nice little hill right here. And again, this one right here, maybe it comes down like that. Again, this is a little bit too far away and not a whole lot of detail in my grass here. This right here is using a little bit just plain sap green. You don't want everything, your grass, be one color. Have little areas of dark, light. Again, guys, this is straight from my imagination. These are my thoughts on canvas, okay? I don't have no set patterns. I don't have no stencils or none of that stuff. So bear with me on this one, okay? And all my paintings. Right up in here. I like to have some little dark color right up here. Yep. Something like that. Alright. I think I'm going to stop right there. Yeah. And I'll be right back. Alright, now guys, I'm going to have me a nice little pond right through here. Okay, first I'm going to start off with some Prussian blue. Come right here to the sides, touch it, and just come straight down. And also what I did was I sprayed a little bit of water. So to make it go on a little slick. That's the key to, and with this technique, with acrylic paint, just use a little bit of water. And just let this thing come right out here in the middle. Might as well, right? And I'll be right back. Alright, I got this part done here, and now I'm just going to come across. And to give it that little shine. And I'm going to put a little white in this to just lighten it up a little bit dark. And very quickly, we got a nice little watery area right here. And I might put me a little bit more blue right here and right here. Something like that. And I'm going to use some of this other color here. This is called Ocean Blue. It's a very, very light color. I might use this just from a, come right around in here. Kind of leave the side a little darker and light it up in the middle. Yeah, there. I like that. Let me get some more of that. Right around here. All right. Now here's this plain old white. Be careful of this now. Be careful of this. And again, go across. And keep going. And get to a point, guys, where you can take a step back and look. Because again, being up this close, kind of hard to tell. So I'm going to continue on with this, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. While this is while this is drying, all right, I'm going to come back in here and let's start blocking in some of this area. You know, you come up here, it just don't look too right. But I want to start putting in some trees right here, and we'll see if we can't make this thing look a little better. And I'm just using, where are you at? Oh, all right. I had to mix me up some paint, mix me up some black and some sap green again, and just come right up here. on the old fan brush. That is a fan brush. Alright, come right up in here. Let's make a big one right here. And then with the side, you can go ahead and reload if you want. The side of the fan brush, and again, and do little upward strokes. I don't know if you can see that. Go like that, go up. If you want your branches to go up. If you want them to go down, go on a downward. I always like my branches to go up for some reason. And something like that. We needed something in here to block in this area. And these trees make very good things to do that. Right there. And I want to continue on throughout this right here, so I'll be right back. Alright, I done put in all my trees right here. I'm going to wait for them to dry, then I'll come back with some highlights, some green, right? So I'm going to come right down here and I'm going to start putting in some bushes. And I just mix me up, so again, some more black and some green. And just come in here and make little bush shapes. And just when you load up your brush, that's what it should look like. You should just be painting with that, just with that little corner of that brush. You might as well reflect some of this into the water. Good idea. Just put a little bit right down here into the water. Okay. Put that down. Come up here with a nice clean brush and just very lightly come down with that. You want to do that now because you don't want this paint to dry. It will dry on you before you start doing this. It'll dry on you, and you don't want that. You want it a little wet so you can brush it into the canvas here. That's almost dry. All right. Yeah, that's still wet. I'll be right back. And it won't cut off on me. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to charge up my camera again, so yeah, this is all good and dry, but well, that's still a little wet. Wow, I thought I figured it'd be dry by now. But anyway, we're going to continue on with this. We're going to come back in here around these bushes here and let's put some highlight. And all I did was got me some purple paint, whatever color you want to use. I'm just using today purple and red to make some nice little flowery bushes here. And you come right up here and you just drop them in. Let's see here. I'm back. I'm going to continue on here. And just reflect some of this color where you got it on your brush. Write that down on that painting. You know those reflections that you made? And maybe this one right here. Something like that. Alright, I want to continue same way. Alright, I went all the way across, painting these little bushes in. Now very lightly, come down very lightly. Alright, and then slightly go across. Give that little blurred effect. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Alright, just mix me up some little brown, and I'm just going to go right across here. This is putting in a little dirt. All you got to do is just touch it with your palette knife. Just go all the way across. That. Here it is. And right here between the dirt and the water, just make a little water line right around here. And just let it skim. You can put this on with a palette knife or whatever you want. Alright, I'm getting to the point where I got a little surprise here for you. I'm going to attempt, again, I'm going to attempt to put some swans in this little pond right here. So, that's the plan. And I want to try it out. If it works, I'll come right back, okay? I'll just let you know. Alright, got my little swans in here. They didn't turn out so bad. But now I'm going to go ahead and put in some weeds down in here. Finish this painting right on up here. And I double loaded my brush here. I got a dark sap green right here and just some yellow on that side. One light and one dark, alright? And you just come right here and just drop in some, start with vertical with your brush going up. Just touch the canvas, and as you're coming down, widen out your brush. Like this right here. You go right here. As you're coming down, watch my brush now. As you're coming down, turn it. And then you go down, and it'll make some nice little designs for you without you even doing anything. Maybe something right here. Right here. This one. Something like that. Got some growing up right here. A little sad note, kind of sad, is that yesterday I learned that the great John Madden had passed. That is not, it's a kind of a bad way to end the year, you know. I really like that guy. Didn't know him, of course, but I'm a big football fan, and he was one of the best, if not the best, announcer that there ever was. Him and his buddy Pat Summerall. So a little shout out to him and his family. Certainly am sorry for her loss. Football world lost a good one. But that guy, he really had a life now, you know it. You know, he played football. Then he coached the Raiders, and then he got into broadcasting. Like he always said, he never worked a day in his life. And that is wonderful. Alright, just keep going here with your plants, weeds, whatnot. Alright. I don't think I'm going to put some flowers on top of that. Oh, I like to put some little flowers on top of these. These things are purple. I mean, I don't know if these really grow, you know, like this or not, but they're growing on my painting. That's right. Something like that, and then come right over here. Get some of this red color. Just tap it in a little bit of white. And it looks like, you know, little white flowers growing. Got me a little Elizabeth Crimson going here now. Yeah. You know, just be careful, don't cover up all your nice little green you did down here. Okay? I'm going to call out and done, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Try it out. It might be a little challenging for you, but don't be afraid of this painting. You know, as you paint along, if you don't like, let's say mountains, if you don't like mountains, don't put it in your painting, but don't go away from the mountains just because you can't paint it. You know, practice painting mountains. Practice making your trees or whatever, and then decide whether you want it in your painting. Just because you having difficulty painting it, you know, keep trying at that, and then. But if you just don't like mountains in your painting or water in your painting, then don't do it. But don't do it just because you don't know, you know, how to do it. You know, practice on that is what I'm trying to say. All right, and I'm gonna let it go at this. Until next time, guys. Again, keep subscribing to that channel for me, Escape Art by Scott, and hit that like button for me and share it. And until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. Okay? Bye bye.